mother made in gold, feather, skin, and bone, darkness overthrown by the light.
So I'm just going to play one more song just while other people arrive, and then I'll give a short introduction about the vision.
Canta la luna y a la madre tierra, canta dando vueltas
Very welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up this evening. Let's begin just by centering ourselves and just connecting through the breath, through the life force, just before we get into a little dialogue about vision. And then after this, we're going to enter into a vision dream trance dance. So I invite you to close your eyes, get comfortable, take a nice deep breath in through the nose, relaxing out through the mouth. Right at the beginning, feeling you're breathing in the gratitude of a life breath on the in-breath through the nose. Letting it flood through your system on the out-breath. Keep pulling in this nice golden love light power, the beauty of life on the in-breath. Each breath inviting you to relax and open, expand into your natural generosity of beingness. Is anywhere special that you want the breath to go to, the life to go to in your body? If you've got any tension places, any troubled places, problematic places, breathing in the love and compassion to those places inside you. Just invite you to sense that you're surrounded in a sphere of golden love, light, wisdom, beauty, peace, and joy. As you're breathing in 360, you're just breathing in all of this energy all at once, recharging your bodies. Just gently open your eyes. I'll just show you a very simple practice. So with your left hand, you place that down below, just down at your base, and the right hand comes round and then down the central line. And then it swaps hands, and then the other side comes up and then down the central line. Okay, so this is the movement on the in-breath through the nose and center. And the hand rests in your lap, then the other hand comes around the other side and centers on the out breath. So using this breath to gather our energy, gathering and aligning. Is there any sense of scattering about you, welcoming it and harmonizing? Feeling all your power coming back to you in your awareness and your presence. Now use both hands at the same time. It's a big circle, and bring the energy right down the center line from the sky to the earth. A big circle around and centering. Rest the hands here in the center of the chest. So I'm just going to call in, you can call it a prayer, an invocation, incantation, just calling in the presence of the wisdom of life to come and be with us this evening, so that we may receive what we need, want, wish, and desire in our heart, deep in our heart. Receive the medicine, the teaching, the healing, the insight, the revelation, whatever is necessary or desired for the next steps in our evolution, calling this in for us in this moment of deepening into vision. And asking the realm of vision to open to us this evening so we can comprehend and access this mystery and learn more easily and fluidly how to ground and anchor vision in our daily life, in our bodies, our relationship, our work, our world. And giving thanks for this possibility to share together as a tribe all around the earth, those present right now and those who will watch this later, joining in with this prayer for deepening our connection into vision and learning the ways of translating this into abundant, boundless, joyful action. Just inviting us to open our minds, open our hearts, open our bodies, so that we can be receptive, intuitive, inspired, and able to listen to the deeper whispers and transmissions of the life force as it wants to come to us this evening. So nice big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just gently open the eyes where you are. So yeah, I'm Guy, and this is the New Vision, New View challenge. And I've called it a challenge because in many ways, it is a challenge to move from one view, one vantage point to another, to enable a shift, quantum shift, existential shift, so that we can review our lives and see in new ways. The teaching I've shared every evening, just a simple principle, I'll say again, is that wherever we place our focus, that's where our energy goes. Where our energy goes, that's where our experience happens. So our focus activates the energy flow, and this animates what we're focusing upon. So I really invite you to keep breathing into the connection with this word vision, the energy of vision, the deep meaning of this for you, and just keep tuning into this. So there's 7 of us on this call right now on Zoom, and others who will come to this later to see this. The power of tribal focus. It was Jesus that said when 2 people pray together, Spirit of God comes easily through them. There's this amplification in 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, hundreds. When we learn to tune in together to a space of shared intention, shared vision, then truly the magic of life happens in alignment with this. So I'm calling in strongly, powerfully, intentionally for us to deepen an exploration on vision this evening, and invite you to keep opening to this, be curious for this. Now, sometimes we use the word vision as in different ways. So we can have a vision of what is presently here. So what I see with my eyes open in the physical universe. So it's a nice vision. It's a nice view. This is one way the language is used. More often, we use the word vision in the context of something existential or profound, a vision quest. So it's a quest for a vision that has deep significance and meaning in our life. It becomes a guiding star, like the North Star, something for us to navigate in alignment with. So in contrast, if you just look into your own heart on this, the times in your life when you've had clear vision and clear action that corresponds to that vision, just notice how your life has been in flow, in a participation with that. Whereas in other times in your life where there's been confusion, lack of clarity, lack of vision, how that correspondingly affects us with a loss of meaning, value, purpose, mission. So there's a tremendous significance in a human being having vision in their life. Becomes a guiding reference point, a guiding energy through which we can manifest our gifts and potentials. So then the question comes, where does vision come from? What is the whole nature of vision? So you got Martin Luther King famously, I have a dream, a dream of liberation and allowing a new way forward culturally. In America, a time of integration, bringing more harmony, passion, energy. So his vision was no longer a personal vision, was a collective vision. So in some way, in this moment of time, I feel that we have our personal dreams, wishes, wants, and desires. But at the same time, we're also praying for humanities to dream new earth, new way forward, new way out of the chaos we're currently in, brighter vision, brighter days. And we all have the power to do this. This is something which is innate in us, our capacity to dream, to envision, to create, to manifest. So my way of teaching is really to empower you to discover your gifts and your talents, your energies, your consciousness, your awareness, so that you can become a leader unto yourself, self-leadership. That you activate the creator in you as you. So it can profoundly influence your every decision, that you are in it. So part of this work around vision is also understanding where we give away our vision to others. How much of our life is guided by other people's expectations, other people's wishes, other people's agendas? And I invite you to look at this evening during the dance journey and now, to be an open consideration for the places where you are losing life force, where you're losing will, where you're losing passion, and you're letting another control, manipulate, dominate, guide, or influence you. Now, there's a big difference between being surrounded by light-hearted friends who inspire you, guides, mentors, coaches, just heartful friends. And they can transmit their vision, and it may well be that you have an exact or very similar resonance with what someone else is communicating. This is different to somebody dominating or imposing a vision that's not in alignment with your heart or being or body or mind or energy. So just invite you with compassion, kindness, self-kindness, just to explore a little bit during this evening and onwardly, where you are caught up in other people's visions, views, expectations, and just to notice the symptoms of this, the effects on your life. And in contrast, what I'm inviting you into in a deeper, more profound way is to connect to your fullness. This simple exercise of gathering, it's a movement at one level. Another level, it's a gathering of emotion, thoughts, energies, presence. It's like I'm bringing back, in shamanism they call this soul retrieval. I'm bringing back the lost fragments of myself, where I've given my power away here to this or that person or that situation. I'm gathering. So this is a movement you might want to include during your dance journey, is just moments of gathering, pulling back in, pulling your power, grounding, anchoring back into yourself. In this way, you start to resource yourself. Yeah? And this brings to another important point. Yeah? Now, we can have or receive and create vision. And it's very, very important to have energy to meet that vision. Passion, desire, willingness, courage, bravery. To build the energy to be in accord with the vision. Because a lot of people have good ideas or briefly express visions, but don't match it with their energy field. Now, this matching is the alignment of what we call consciousness and energy. And when these two are in alignment, cooperating, Shiva Shakti, yin and yang, intention and energy are aligned, then powerful magic happens, creation happens. We become a cause of reality. Back in the 60s, there was a big conversation about raising consciousness or raising awareness. This is obviously very important, to raise awareness, to lift, to elevate, to evolve. And I'd just like to introduce, at the same time as raising consciousness, we also need to raise energy in alignment and in coordination with that consciousness, which is why tonight we're going to dance. So we're not just talking ideas, we're not just talking philosophy, principles. We're going to activate this and match your energy, your vibration with the dream state. Tonight is a very brief introduction to this work, this world. And tomorrow evening, I'm also going to be exploring intention, which is also going to be engaging a bit further this discussion about vision. So I want to present this to you in a way that I've not necessarily presented it before. The trance dance, the journey dance, is that tonight what I want you to explore is the yin side, or the feminine side, receptive side of vision. So the receptivity of vision. And this is very different energy to the energy of a vision quest, in a sense, or the more yang, masculine, active, directional force, which is hunting for vision, looking for vision. I want this. So I just want you to experience the difference there between this yielding, opening, receptivity. And that's what I want us to engage in this evening. And then tomorrow, as we introduce intention, we're going to look at more of the causality, direction, where we add magnetism, a little bit of will, a little bit of effort, even more power. So let me see if I can describe this to you in a way that makes more sense. And please, I've got Zoom open here, but I can also see comments if you, maybe that's too tricky. If anybody wanted to comment anything on Facebook, you can, or in the chat here, or address something or share anything, you can do. And I'll see if I can include that in this dialogue. So receptive vision. Now, I've said this every night, this poem by Rumi, I'm a hidden treasure and I love to be known. So I just want to bring some more energy around this statement. For me, the origin of us, all of us, is the treasure. We are the blessing. We are the gift. It's given. It's not something you have to work for, effort for, try for, be loved for. It's given. And the treasure of our humanity, of our heart, is already here. Now, most of us are not living from this awareness because we're busy caught up in the thoughts that we're not here, that we're not it, that we're less than this. So we're getting entertained in the stories and the beliefs and other people's perceptions, criticisms, self-criticisms. Now, in this Rumi poem, I'm a hidden treasure and I love to be known, but it's hidden underneath all these beliefs, all these conditions, all these perceptions, all these ideas and expectations. And the process of meditation, and I don't know if this is true in your experience, but it certainly has been through my experience, is at the initial stage, you start working with breath, with movement perhaps, then you get still. And the first layer that comes up is like the shopping list of thinking. It's like you become present with your personal consciousness and unconscious. Now, this is one stage. This is like a clearing of the initial thought forms. It's a bit like if it was an ocean breaking, a wave breaking on the shore, it's like that kind of foamy stuff. It's like we're kind of clearing it away to get to the clear, beautiful, bright water. And if you commit in your meditation, if you persist, if you have intention and effort, then you pass through the personal, conscious and unconscious without distraction. You hear the noise of it, the busyness of it, and you pass through on your intention to meet with the treasure that you are. Then you bump into another layer, the personal unconscious, the collective unconscious. You start to enter into the archetypal realm of the species. So you start to tune into other people's criticism, self-thought, even beautiful thoughts, creative thoughts. But it's still the realm of ideas. And there can be brilliant ideas. And often in meditation, people get distracted here and stay here and remain here. Like they get off the train at this place because they're having a vision, a collective vision. Yeah. Now, my invitation in deep meditation is to go all the way to the precious jewel, into the treasure. So you release the attachment to the collective story, the collective narrative. Then you go deeper, deeper, deeper. Then you move through the realm of vision, sometimes geometric patterns, sometimes energies, all sorts of phenomena appear in deep state meditation. And with this commitment and desire to go all the way home to the source energy, back to the hidden treasure, to reveal it. So this takes a commitment, a little bit of will, desire, and devotion to open into this naked surrender of innocence. So for me, the pathway of meditation is like listening, seeing, noticing, and keep committing, and surrendering, until you merge into that field of oneness, which is often experienced as spaciousness, or just pure love, bliss, ecstasy, wisdom, openness, silence, peace. And there's different names that we express on the way back from that state. In the state itself, there's no names. It's impossible to name the allness. Now, when we're looking at this work of vision as well, sometimes you can start off with an idea. What is my vision for my life? And we're starting from the personal consciousness. Understandably, we're starting like from the outside, looking in. So what we might start to call a vision might be something which is very personal to us, health, well-being, finances, relationship. And this is all good and well, but it's addressing the surface layers, if you like. Then we go a bit deeper underneath it. And it might be a vision to do with clearing some of the healing of trauma or past pain and wounding. This is also, it's all valid. It's all valid. But when we go deeper, 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 we start to have dreams for the collective, for humanity. Compassionate visions. Visions that include yourself and a whole tribe, the whole species. Wishing, praying for the upliftment, for the connection to the heart, for deep peace, for resolution, for healing. And this is beautiful, as you're probably hearing. This is a beautiful place to have vision from. But we can also go deeper, deeper, deeper. We can have visions sometimes which occur in very deep trance states, theta, delta, brainwave states, where you see flashes of possibility from what is called the future, but it's coming from possibility of completely new ways of living, operating, functioning, expressing, relating. So we're drawing through things that have not yet been born. So it's even deeper than the collective. Then you can go even deeper into states of vision, where you're having vision from the silence. And this kind of vision is a prayer for self-realization. It's like the prayer for God consciousness, for awakening, for being absolutely true. So what I want you to get a reference for here is that vision is valid and true and is an expanding phenomena. Yeah? So the deeper we go in our awareness, the more broad and vast the vision becomes. Yeah? So I view myself and view you, humanity, as a multi-dimensional being. Yeah? We're a being in a body, yeah, that exists on many different levels. And every level of us is beautiful, wonderful, necessary, and perfectly where it's meant to be. So there's this dance between taking care of my human needs, wants, wishes, desires, and there's also a beautiful place for the deeper dreams of humanity, and then the deeper dreams of connecting to the life force in purity. So this is what I'm talking about in terms of receptivity. Yeah? During the dance journey this evening, I'm going to invite you to see if you can meditate through the movement in the way that I've just described it. Notice the surface, I call them surface layers. What I mean by this is they're more the physical layers, the immediacy of the body. Yeah, things that are in your current environment. See them, notice them, love them, receive them, but then keep focusing deeper, go deeper. There's two words I'd like to bring in. Ecstasy, which means the movement. Ecstasy is the joy outwardly. And inticy is, for me, internalized joy. You can also experience inticy as bliss or plenitude or just pure beauty. But it's the inner journey. Yeah? Instead of the outer joy, the more charismatic joy. I'm so happy. I'm wonderfully joyful. Inticy is very private. It's very still. But there's like an internal glowing realization. Mantak Chia talks about the illumination of the body as 1,000 suns, like this, the inner chi movement. smiling sun meditation. So this is what intimacy is like as you start to light up on the inside. So I want you and invite you and to travel into yourself and keep breathing, keep expanding, keep receiving. So you're not going in with a specific intention. I want to understand what's in my personal conscious or unconscious or the collective or the cosmic. You're going in as an opening. Yeah, it's very receptive. This kind of visioning, in other language, is the return to grace. Or some people call this Kundalini Shakti. It's the awakening of the life force through us. And we allow ourselves to become absolutely receptive. What will begin to happen as you journey inside is you start to function from different intelligences. So the exterior intelligence that we operate with mostly in this culture is the intellect, analysis, beliefs, this kind of languaging that comes from what we call the mind, or the surface brain, if you like. When you go into the embodied experience, you move into instinctual realms. So you start to understand the archaic wisdom of the body. It's to do with the reptilian brain and mammalian brain. Yeah. As you shift levels of trance, you go deeper, 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 deeper into the embodied experience. And sometimes the body shakes, or there's breath, or there's sound, or there's flashes of memories. And this is deep moments of tension, or joy, beauty, or insight, which are being released through the body movement. It's a whole study of phenomena that happens in trance experience. But then you move into another state of the numinous, or the cosmic, where you're actually moving out of the physicality of your experience. And this is often strange to some people, to move out of the physical experience into what's called the non-local field. So we call this the universal heart field. And I've been talking about this yesterday and the day before yesterday, this emerging into a quantum state. For me, this is the evolution possibility for all of us, is to move beyond the self-definition of the mind into the quantum field. We start to connect to this huge grid of interconnected consciousness and energy. And this way you become part of the dream time. It's not me dreaming from my separate perspective. I'm joining with the universality of everything, or the multidimensionality of everything. Now I'm saying these things. I mean, I've done lots and lots of shamanic journey work, trance dance, meditation work. And these are words that I'm using to describe certain experiences and phenomena and states I've discovered along the way. And often we don't have a language for this. Like you move into a deep dream time, even tonight, when you go to sleep, if you were to wake up at 3, 4 in the morning, you're in very deep brainwave states where you're dreaming in the openness of all of life. But we can't normally process that because we're so familiar with the prefrontal cortex that's interpreting life. So what I'm inviting us to come into in the dream time work, in the trance dance work, is to become more and more familiar with the numinous, with the great mystery. So to do this, we have to switch on a different intelligence, which is intuition, or illumination, or inspirational intelligence. Because we're in a different dimension, we need a different intelligence to comprehend that dimension. So there's a lot of very subtle training and cultivation to really grasp what we're seeing in the vision. Okay. So I'm just going to give a couple of indicators about the journey, and then I'm going to invite you to come into dance and movement. Yeah. Okay, so important tools, obviously, breath. Yeah. So you got the physical breath. When you become aware of your physical breath, you become aware of your body. You become aware of movement. Yeah. And just as a consideration, as an inquiry, you might want to notice how much you've been aware of your breathing today, or even the last 5 minutes, or ever. Yeah. Sometimes we're not even aware of breath moving in and out from us. And this is the primordial gift of life, which is being blessing us every single moment continuously until it isn't. And then we've moved into a different state. So just really invite you to really connect with fall in love with breathing. Not to take it for granted, not to ignore it, but just to become in touch with the deliciousness as it moves in through the nostrils, out through the mouth, as it moves into your body, as it cleans and heals and revitalizes. And just get curious what breath can do. You can breathe very specifically into your little finger and activate energy and healing there just by directing it with some focus. You can breathe into your wholeness and expand your consciousness. Breath moves energy and consciousness. It's a fact. Yogis and sages and shamans and all sorts of mystics have been studying this phenomena for thousands of years. So this is given to us, the power of breath. Now we're going to combine breath with movement. And I invite you to enjoy the dancer that you are and be curious. So not a dancer that's choreographing movements or, I like this music, I want to dance like this. So it's not a mental movement. Really invite you to come into the responsive dancer that you are. How do I respond to this music? How do I respond to this energy, to this invitation? And so I'm going to invite you, when we begin, to close your eyes or put a blindfold on and just to journey with this. Get curious about the body's movement. When you take away the need for performance or this capacity of being seen by another or choreography that I have to do something which is willfully organized, when you drop that and you get back into what we can call the naked dance or the innocent dance, there's a purity of movement that appears, which has got nothing to do with the story, whether you're a good dancer or a bad dancer or any kind of performance level. It's just the dance of life happens as movement. So what we're doing here is we're reducing down to the pure essence, pure breath, pure movement. Okay, and these are two enormous tools, if you like, of the journey dance. Then inside of this, the way I invite us to work this evening is with receptive vision. Receptive vision. And I hope you've grasped the difference between receptive vision and intentional directional vision. So in this regard, I want you to open your awareness and be curious. So phenomena will show up, sensations will show up, thoughts will appear, flashes of insight will appear, all sorts of different things will show up during your movement. I just want you to be curious without grabbing anything. Watch it. I see this, I see that, I see this. I carry on my movement, carry on my breathing, carry on listening deeply to the music, and just curious about all the movements of vision and energy and sensation that come to you. But the difference is you're not grabbing anything and you're not directing anything. So some people call this surrender. And this is a challenge for a lot of us because a lot of us are busy trying to control our existence in every detail. Directing this, demanding this, manipulating this, dominating this, trying to influence everything in our life. So what I'm inviting you to do is to do the complete opposite of this, to surrender. Because I want you to fall in love with vision. Like you fall in love with movement, fall in love with vision. And again, vision, imagination, images, pictures, we take this for granted. With my eyes open, I can see things. Close your eyes, you can still see things. Isn't that a curiosity for you? How can you see with your eyes closed? Who's seeing? People talk about a third eye or the eye of imagination. I have incredibly clear pictures in my dreams. How is that even possible? So I want you to start to really approach this, re-enchant your connection with vision. And what I'm suggesting is that there is a visionary realm. There is actually a dimension of being that we can access deliberately on purpose, where visions occur. It's a bit like traveling on a plane to India or Africa or Thailand. There's a very specific realm that we enter into as we raise consciousness and energy. And that's what happens very naturally in the trance dance. We surrender the need to direct. We surrender the need to control. And this opens us up to higher faculties. Imagination, inspiration, intuition, illumination. And tonight I'm going to invite you to just travel in with innocence and curiosity. Now, I'm not going to speak during the trance dance at all. I'm just setting it up now. I'm going to give you a few instructions. I'm going to play music for some time, and I'm going to collect you towards the end. And then if we want to, we can share a bit here on Zoom if we like, or ask questions. Or if you want to, I can just play a quiet piece of music at the end. And if there's anything you want to write down or draw or paint, or if you've got a phone, you can speak into that. Because that's also an important stage of this. Yeah. First stage is like moving with breath, moving the body, moving with surrender, then entering deeper, deeper, deeper into the dance, into the breathing, into the surrender. And then we gently come back to this more, what we can call ordinary awareness. But we want to come back and bring back the treasure with us. A bit like in the morning, when you wake up, you've had a dream. You've probably had 300 dreams. Somebody mentioned the other day is how many dreams we have every night. But you've caught a glimmer of a dream that you can talk about for about 30 seconds. Now, what if Great Spirit is downloading to you every single night wisdom, teaching, energy, healing, like really specific, beautiful gifts which are personal for you, but we only remember 30 seconds of it? So what we're training here is learning how to bring vision, bring the energy and the consciousness back into and integrate it into this dimension. Joseph Campbell called this the hero's journey. Travel, integrate spirit, and then bring it back to the culture. Bring back the gift, the boon, the bounty, the healing, the medicine, the teaching. So this is the training of this work. If you're really interested, I'm launching a trance dance training, and soon, 27th of January, we have an open evening. If you want to go deeper into this work. Yeah. So there's the beginning journey, then there's entering the journey, and then there's the return part. Yeah. And I'm going to track this with the kind of quality of music. So this is the only indication that you'll have about different stages, is the music at the beginning is softer, it's more explorative, and that's the invitation to bring awareness, right? And to notice, to allow, to surrender. And there's certain moments where the music's got a bit more rhythm, a bit more pulse, a bit more expression, and that's inviting you to activate a bit more energy. Bring up more energy in your system to match the consciousness. And then the music comes down again, which is inviting more of a melting. And I'll just say a couple of words, or it may become obvious. The music is very, very soft, and I invite you to either lie down or sit in meditation posture, where you can really do the ultimate surrender, the total let go, where you melt into the earth and just feel the holding of Pachamama as you open up and allow. So it's a total state of allowing. You've danced, you've moved, you've expressed, and now you surrender even deeper with non-movement. Yeah? And the body just becomes still, and you just allow simplicity of breath, simplicity of surrender. Yeah. And then after a few musics of this, I'll just gently invite you to softly open your eyes and give some space, maybe another 5 minutes if you want to write or draw or paint or speak something of what you've seen. And this way you start to train yourself how to go into deep visionary states, deep energy states, and also to bring them back. Yeah. It's a very, very specific process, which has been on this planet since people have been moving and praying and opening. So this is not a modern invention. This is archaic, ancient. Yeah. Okay, I feel there's enough words. And thank you very much for listening, and hope that they have touched and inspired and opened a curiosity with you. Now, you might want to get a glass of water. You might want to get a blindfold or a scarf or something. Make a little bit of space. And with very, very little instruction, just really invite you to follow your breathing. Follow your breathing, follow your movement, and be curious. Yeah, be curious and receptive and deepen into the surrender. Yeah. And then if you get locked into any kind of mind conversations, come back to the breath, come back to the movement, come back to your curiosity. Because curiosity opens the door. It unlocks the door. Yeah. So if there's any attachment to anything that arises, become curious about it and breathe into it, with it, through it, deeper around it. Yeah. So these are the only 3 elements I'm going to guide you in tonight: breath, movement, and curiosity. And let's open in the prayer field. The vision may come and bless you in the perfect magical way that it wants to this evening. So wishing you all a beautiful dance, and yeah, making the space so that you can journey and travel. And I'll collect you towards the end.
sigue caminando. Escúchame, a ti yo te llamo. Oh, Cantanca, abuelas y abuelos. Con mi familia voy agradeciendo. Rezamos a la vida, juntos vamos curando. Escúchanos, estamos llamando. Oh, Cantanca, abuelas y abuelos. Canta la luna y a la madre tierra, canta dando vueltas al Padre Sol. Canta la luna y a la madre tierra, canta dando vueltas al Padre Sol. Canta la luna y a la madre tierra, canta dando vueltas al Padre Sol. Canta la luna y a la madre tierra, canta dando vueltas al Padre Sol. Yahoo, 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 yahoo. Mi aliento es mi rezo, con el agua del amor yo voy llegando, en mis venas tus ríos corriendo, mi sangre roja es el camino. Mi aliento es mi rezo, con el agua del amor yo voy llegando, en mis venas tus ríos corriendo, mi sangre roja es el camino. Por mi vida voy agradeciendo, me das la fuerza para seguir caminando. Escúchame, a ti yo te llamo. Oh, Cantanca, abuelas y abuelos. Con mi familia voy agradeciendo. Rezamos a la vida, juntos vamos curando. Escúchanos, estamos llamando. Oh, Cantanca, abuelas y abuelos. Canta la luna y a la madre tierra, canta dando vueltas al Padre Sol. Canta la luna y a la madre tierra, canta dando vueltas al Padre Sol. Canta la luna y a la madre tierra, canta dando vueltas al Padre Sol. Canta la luna y a la madre tierra, canta dando vueltas al Padre Sol. Yahoo, 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 yahoo,
será de esa alondra sin árbol donde anidar en plena oscuridad? ¿Qué será del sol cuando la noche caiga? Cuando la noche caiga, pero en lo hondo renacerá un arco iris de libertad, mostrando la claridad de la vida, de la vida.
Desde Cunha viene agüita serpenteando por las acequias y en remolinos hacia nuestras vidas. Desde Cunha viene agüita serpenteando por las acequias y en remolinos hacia nuestras vidas. Me cantaba linas y a la vez llorando, todas mis penas se acabaron. Pachamama está de fiesta. Una estrellita que alegre me decía, canta cantorcito a la agüita madre cuña. Una estrellita que alegre me decía, canta cantorcito a la agüita madre cuña. De cantaba linas y a la vez llorando, todas mis penas se acabaron. Pachamama está de fiesta. Te cantaba linas y a la vez llorando, toditas mis penas se acabaron. Pachamama está de fiesta. Desde Cunha viene agüita serpenteando por las acequias del remolino hacia nuestras vidas. Desde Cunha viene agüita serpenteando por las acequias del remolino hacia nuestras vidas. Te cantaba linas y a la vez llorando, toditas mis penas se acabaron. Pachamama está de fiesta. Te cantaba linas y a la vez llorando, toditas mis penas se acabaron. Pachamama está de fiesta. Una estrellita que alegre me decía, canta cantorcito a la agüita madre cuña. Una estrellita que alegre me decía, canta cantorcito a la agüita madre cuña. Te cantaba linas y a la vez llorando, toditas mis penas se acabaron. Pachamama está de fiesta. Te cantaba linas y a la vez llorando, toditas mis penas se acabaron. Pachamama está de fiesta. Pachamama está de
feeling how gentle the air can be. The way she caresses your skin. The way she refines us, winnowing away those imperfections that are ready to be shed. She gently perfects our form. Seeing the canyons, the red rocks, the Grand Canyon, feeling the strength and the power of these canyon walls. Fully anchored in their strength, they let go and allow the wind to shape them. Standing in my strength, my power, and my beauty, I let go to the greater vision. Para el bien de todos, for the good of all. Calling on our winged friends to give us the sight to see that greater vision, to gain perspective. your life. What is your piece of the greater vision? Seeing yourself walking forward in your life, feeling your body, what this vision feels like to walk in this way, with a new energy, with a new prayer, with a new way of being, feeling yourself walking in your body. Seeing yourself eye to eye with your family, your coworkers, your friends. What are you communicating when you look someone in the eye? How will you return to this land next year? What will be different about you? What medicine are you bringing back for the tribe? Because this tribe needs you. Only you can do you.
Aquí, cura, cura corazón. Cura, 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 cura corazón. Tagi, tagi, me volar.
I'm going to invite you to come down to the ground now, come down to the earth, sit in meditation posture, just deepening into the surrender, surrendering, just opening to receive vision. Very gently, just to invite you, start taking some nice deep breaths through the nose, out through the mouth. If you've got a notepad or a recorder or some paints, just going to give you another maybe 5 or 10 minutes. If you just want to just write anything you received or saw or felt, beginning the visionary journal. So just invite you to give some space now, just to collect the visions in some expression, some form picture, symbol, or words. So if there's more to express, invite you after we close here on Zoom. Please carry on. Just like to offer one last music. It's a music of gratitude. And invite us to bring our awareness, our love, our presence, our spaciousness. Just giving thanks for this journey. Giving thanks for the possibility to vision, to surrender, to find deeper devotion, to make ourselves available as an offering to life. So giving thanks for all the visions and energies that you saw and passed through and came to you. And at the same time, giving thanks for yourself for being here to receive and feel and digest. So just a way of closing this ceremony, I invite you to spend a few moments, eyes closed, just offering gratitude to all you've received, all you've opened to, all you're feeling, all you're present with. So he's inviting us to take nice big breaths. Feel like you're breathing in all the musics you've heard all at once. Musical medicine, all the music blessing our cells, emotions, thoughts, vibrations, uplifting our energy and consciousness. So breathing in your whole body as vibrational music receiver. Relaxing. Feeling all the cells in your body like suns shining, smiling. Just enlivened and refreshed, balanced, harmonized, centered back into truth of innocence. Just becoming aware of all the stars and planets above you, and the cosmos and beyond, and just breathing in all the stars. All the possibilities, all the energies of the sky, the multiverse, and inspiration. Breathe it all in. And see yourself as a huge tree planted into the earth, tree of life, the Nasadro, feeling the roots going deep, deep, deep down into the earth. So breathing up into the stars. On the out breath, feeling the grounding through the trunk to the roots, and all the energy spreading out through the roots into the earth, communicating with Mother, Pachamama, Gaia, the aliveness of the earth, this creation. Breathing up from the roots, through the trunk, to the stars. Breathing in from the stars, down through the trunk to the roots. The last part of the centering, just bring your hands to the center of your chest. Just breathing right into the middle of you. Placing one hand on your belly, one hand on the chest. Just feeling this wonderful integration between your heart that lives in the stars and the multiverse, and your belly and body that lives on the ground. This integration between your ground of being, ground of body, just resting, harmonizing, relaxing. Just appreciating your wholeness and the wholeness of life all around us, within us. So we're going to close here in this gentleness. Just also offer a warm invitation for tomorrow evening. I'm going to do another journey, introduction on intention, power of intention. And we'll weave that into another vision, dream, trance dance. So it's a great privilege and honor to be offering this new vision, new view challenge. And thank you very much for participating and engaging, and just wish you a great visionary inspired evening and life, and yeah, maybe it's an opportunity to work a bit more on the experience you've had this evening, so we can perhaps bring that into the bit of the conversation tomorrow.
If you want to leave any comments below the video on Facebook, that'd be great. Just let me know how it was for you this evening, and look forward to see you tomorrow if you can make it, and if not, the recording will be available. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming. It's a real pleasure, and see you next time. Yeah, bye bye for now.